Welcome back to Cronkite News. I'm Brianna Isbell, and this is your Cronkite Sports Report. Earlier in the show, we told you how the Valley is reacting to the delay of spring training. Well, Major League Baseball and the union held a negotiation meeting earlier today. The two sides met for only 15 minutes with no real progress towards a new deal. The lockout continues indefinitely. Meanwhile, the Suns barely beat the Rockets last night in their last game before the All-Star break. After Chris Paul was ejected in the third quarter, the Suns changed to a smaller lineup. But Devin Booker attributed their success to what their big man was able to do for the team.
Yeah, we went small, but I think we were most dangerous when DeAndre was setting up screens and rolling guys low, and we were storing up to the rim for him. He was finishing.
Arizona State men's basketball hosts Oregon tonight in a Pac-12 matchup. Bobby Hurley's squad is coming off of a win, but the Ducks will have revenge on their mind after losing the first matchup between these two teams.
One of the best point guards in the conference, and Will Richardson, and they brought in a lot of new players as the new world that we live in with college basketball and the transfer portal, but they brought in some really high-level guys. It took them some time to really get everything to gel, but they're playing at a really high level.
From the hardwood to the hard court, ASU freshman Murphy Cassone was named Pac-12 Men's Tennis Player of the Week this week after back-to-back top 10 upsets. Cronkite News reporter Spencer Chiak has more on the rising tennis player.
Tennis has taken true freshman Murphy Cassone just about everywhere.
Japan, Italy, been to Austria, and then a lot of South America.
Murphy, who is from Overland Park, Kansas, has worked very hard to get where he is today.
Me and my coach would head to the gym at like 5:30, and gym 6 to 7:30, and then we'd practice like 8 to 10. We'd have a second practice usually just whenever we felt like it, like 2 to 4 or 4 to 6.
The blue chip recruit had multiple offers to play college tennis.
Looking at some other places, but it just didn't work out. Like Ohio State was in the cold. I didn't want to go somewhere where it was in the cold.
While the Valley of the Sun can promise blue skies and palm trees, Cassone's choice to come to Arizona State wasn't just about the weather.
Matt Hill, the coach here, the second day of recruiting, he flew out to Florida to see me, which really stood out because he was one of the only coaches that actually flew out on that first week, whereas everyone else was just phone calls and all that. So that really stood out to me.
We were battling, all the very top programs in the country for him. The main thing that stood out to us was just his professionalism and his desire to be really, really good.
This season, Cassone is beginning to turn heads after defeating August Holgren, the #1 ranked ITA singles player.
His mind has really been dialed into his tennis the last few years, and he's really starting to see the fruit of that really from this past summer through the fall into now.
Cassone is modestly keeping his expectations for the year very humble.
Since I'm playing primarily at one, it would be just to win 50% of the matches. That'd be really good, and just learning from each match and just keep moving forward. I mean, that's all I could ask for.
Coach Hill sees the bigger picture of having a committed player like Cassone on his team.
Yeah, we're very fortunate to have him. He's a really good piece to the puzzle as we continue to build this thing out.
In Tempe, Spencer Chiak, Cronkite News.
And finally, the LA Rams got their extra moment in the sun as the city held a parade in their honor for winning the Super Bowl 56. Cronkite News reporter Joey Vaca from our LA bureau takes us crowd surfing.
Let's go!
After their victory in Super Bowl 56, the Los Angeles Rams enjoyed all the spoils of a championship, and so did their fans.
This has been a long time coming. We have been waiting for this forever and ever.
Earlier in the week, the city began a temporary remodel of the iconic Hollywood sign while some players enjoyed a trip to Disneyland. Fans were treated to a parade through Exposition Park, capped off with a rally in front of the Rams' old home, the LA Memorial Coliseum. After missing out on 2 other championship celebrations because of the pandemic, this one meant a little something different to everyone.
It felt like a relief. It felt like the beginning of the end. So that's why we're here. We didn't get a rally for the Lakers or the Dodgers, so we're here to just, in our minds, celebrate it all.
And while the confetti is still falling, fans can't help but look forward.
It's only the beginning right now. It's only the beginning.
We're got the Super Bowl next year in Arizona. We're going to win it there again. Mark my words. Mark this interview right now. We're running it back to back, baby.
Now remember, for all the theatrics that come with celebrating the Super Bowl, the Rams didn't even have to get on a plane. Maybe that's something Arizona Cardinal fans can look forward to next season with Super Bowl 57 being played in Glendale. But until then, LA is loving this. In Los Angeles, Joey Vaca, Cronkite News.
That's all for today's Cronkite Sports Report. Back to you, Fatma.